Hello and what's up, YouTube? Make sure you hit that like button when you come in the building. Subscribe to the channel if you have not, and big shout out to all my new subscribers. All right, I'm gonna get off into it. I'm not gonna hold you. I'm gonna get off into it. Okay, so what made me actually want to make this video? There was a few months ago. A, I ended up seeing like a caption, a little screenshot or whatever going around on Instagram, and I know it was on Facebook. Like everybody commented on it. So this caption actually read, "Protect your marriage from the unmarried, never get married, and can't stay married." And couldn't ever stay married. So they're saying that you need to protect your marriage from these people. You need to protect your marriage from unmarried people, people who can't get married, and people who never stayed married. So I guess they're taking shots at people who probably got married and got a divorce. So somehow a person feel like they need to protect their marriage from all of these people. So when I seen this, I instantly went to the comment section and I've seen some people actually say you need to protect your marriage from the person that's laying in the bed next to you because most of the time they're the problem. And that was really funny to me. So I was like, you know what? How a lot of women used to go around like waving their rings in single women faces saying, I'm married, I got picked, I got chose. In the dysfunctional era that we're living in now, and I think it's a lot has to do with the internet, but that's a whole nother topic. But I think really it's just not the flex it used to be. You waving your ring saying, where's your husband? Do you have a man? That's just not the flex it used to be. And I'm gonna get off into the first thing. I like to prove my point whenever I have shows that talk about anything. I like to prove my point with several examples. So I'm going to get off into my first example. And this is from a person page that I had end up seeing. I end up seeing this video. It was over on YouTube. I think it's called Love Don't Work or something. Yeah, Love Don't Judge. That's the name of the page. So if you guys want to check out the full video, I'm just going to play a little clip so you guys can get just a little piece of what this video is about. So the video is titled, "I Have Four Wives Because I Can't Stop Cheating." Yep, that's what the title is. I have four wives because I can't stop cheating. You guys go ahead and hit the like button, and I'm gonna play this. This is fair use. I'm just gonna play a little piece of it. You guys take a listen to this.
Jerome cheated in all his previous relationships.
I never felt like one female could amount to everything that I wanted. Jasmine was dope. She was able to cook. She was able to clean.
So the couple decided to open up their relationship. And now Jerome has four wives.
We don't have a maximum limit of people in a relationship.
But the outside world has scrutinized their way of life.
This old man is pimping y'all young, dumb A-words.
Today, Jerome's sibling is coming over to discuss how they feel about the ever-growing household.
I laughed at it. I thought y'all was just a big joke. I thought y'all was on some freaky type.
Hi, I'm Deja.
Hi, I'm Jasmine.
Hey, I'm Tisha.
Hi, I'm Jasmine.
And we're all dating the same man.
I'm Jerome.
Oh, so they're dating him. All of them are not married. But I guess his wife basically gave him permission to have all these wives. And if you notice, it looks like two of the girls are named Jasmine. So his wife is named Jasmine and one of the other girls are named Jasmine. But let me replay this. So let me see. Sound like he got two Jasmines over there.
About the ever-growing household.
I laughed at it. I thought y'all was just a big joke. I thought y'all was on some freaky type.
Hi, I'm Deja.
Hi, I'm Jasmine.
Hey, I'm Tisha.
Hi, I'm Jasmine.
Okay, so I was right. So the two darker skinned girls both are named Jasmine. And I wanted to say this too, and this just a little side note. I remember when the Tisa, like, Who the F Did I Marry series was going around, and I heard Charlemagne the God say that a lot of big back women, a lot of plus size women have self-esteem issues. I'm sorry, but this screams I have low self-esteem. And I'm not talking about on Jerome end. To be honest, on Jerome's end, Jerome has the highest self-esteem of anyone in this picture. because he was able to pull off having 4 girls. I don't know what type of Jerome. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to talk down on him or nothing like that. But looking at them in their lifestyle, Jerome doesn't look like no 6-figure type of man. I could be wrong though, because I know everybody don't look like they make 6 figures. But Jerome don't look like he even got the money to be able to support all them. So are all these girls working and supporting Jerome? I'm not for sure. But yeah, the two brown skinned young ladies, they're both named Jasmine. And I think her right here, she's the only wife, and these girls are girlfriends. So let me hear a little bit more about this. This is not a flex at all. I'm sorry, this is not a flex.
We're all dating the same man.
I'm Jerome, and this is Jasmine.
We've been together 6 years. He slid in my DM on Facebook.
And she slid in my room after that. I relate.
Oh.
Building your online business? Go to Wix.com.
Okay, so it started out, he slid in her DM, and then he said she slid in my room after that. Oh, this is something else. This is something else. Okay, so that right there, that marriage, I think we all can agree that's not a flex at all. Okay, it started playing that little commercial, so I'm going to stop this video. And I want to get off into something else, because Jerome over there had actually 4 women, and it's just one of him. He had 4 women. It's just one of him. So I want to get off into this. It kind of takes me into the topic of the next thing I'm about to talk about. How can you satisfy 4 women? I don't get that. I don't get that. And it kind of take me off into this topic, what I'm about to talk about. This was actually a article. The name of the site that does these articles is called Better by Today. You guys can look it up yourself. I'm not making this up. I can't make this up, okay? Okay, so the headliner of this topic here in this article, the orgasm gap, why it exists and what women can do about it. So basically, you have 4 women over there with Jerome, and this being said that women ain't out here orgasming. They're not having orgasms like that when they out here having sex with these men. So I'm like, how is Jerome over there satisfying all these women? It's just him. So it says in heterosexual relationships, women on an average have fewer orgasms than men. And a problem that the University of Florida, the professor by the name of Lori Mintz, she ended up right this situation. She's an author of a book called Becoming Cliterate. So, you know, you got the word literate, which means you can read, but it's called cliterate. So I guess that is the way that a lot of women actually do get orgasms through like clitoral play. But, you know, that's a late night, you know, unedited type of topic right there that we'll probably get off into. But it's saying why orgasms, why the being able to orgasm, it matters, and how to get it. So I guess she teaches people how to close the orgasm gap. It's a bigger amount of women that's not getting orgasm. It says, according in a 2016 study from the Arches of Sexual Behavior that looked over 52,500 adults in the U.S. So they looked over a really big amount of adults, including those who are lesbian, gay, and bisexual. So they, you know, got some of the information from the LGBT community as well as heterosexual people too. And it says that 95% of heterosexual men reported that they usually do orgasm during sex. So you have 95% of men who actually orgasm. And then compared to the 65% of heterosexual women who were least likely to orgasm. So you got 65% of women that's not even having orgasms. So it's probably a big amount of them 4 girls over there that's not even orgasming. They're not even getting off while they over there with Jerome. So what is that telling you? I think it's telling you that these women are a bunch of pick-me's and they just out here trying to satisfy Jerome, and they're not even thinking about themselves. So this article by Julia Compton, it was put out in 2019, April of 2019. So you have a big amount of men. This guy just admitted, that he has never been faithful. So he felt like, that guy actually felt like him having multiple women. I guess the wife agreed that it would probably solve his infidelity. I don't know. I guess she like, well, you can cheat on me in my face and it's cool. So I don't understand it. So you got 4 women over here with this man, and he's not even satisfying y'all. Like, what are y'all doing this for? What is the point? So here we back on this now. Now that I showed you the article about 65% of the women not orgasm, you have 95% of men who do orgasm when they have sex. So let's get back into this and see what they talking about with Jerome. Oh, Jerome.
And Big Jazz was, I can literally say, I feel like I was in the health department every weekend. I had multiple partners. I never feel like one female could amount to every.
Did this fool just say he was in the health department every weekend? Why were you in the health department? You was catching STDs every weekend? That's disgusting. And you sitting over there married to him? Does this look like a flex to y'all? Jasmine, I hope you don't be at work trying to stun on single women, waving your ring, talking about, I don't have to work if I ain't got to. My husband, my man. Girl, that's disgusting.
Everything that I wanted, whether she can cook and clean, but she couldn't have sex, or she can cook, clean, have sex, but she didn't know how to be there financially. I had to have a new partner every day.
She didn't know how to be there financially. What is this fool talking about? So he's saying that his wife didn't know how to be there financially. So,
I definitely was more of a assassin, a cheater.
Look, he missing a tooth on the side. He missing some of his core teeth. Girl, I know. Now at the beginning of the video, I was saying I don't think Jerome is a 6-figure guy. I know for a fact he ain't a 6-figure guy now. And he missing a whole tooth on the side. Let me go back and make sure I ain't tripping, because I know I seen the missing tooth. Yeah, right there.
Cheater.
Look. Girl, no ma'am. No ma'am. You missing a tooth on the side. You can
clean, but she couldn't have sex, or she can cook, clean, have sex, but she didn't know how to be there financially. I had to have a new partner every day. I definitely was more of a assassin.
Look, now you see I'm not lying. He missing one of his core teeth on the side. And this is what y'all feel like is the... Jasmine, you was over there with your husband. You felt like he was such a prize that you allowed 3 other girls to come into y'all home. And he can't even get his teeth fixed. So I know he ain't no 6-figure guy. Any 6-figure guy, when you get a big amount of money, the first thing you gonna do is get your teeth fixed if your teeth not up to par. And he's still over here missing a tooth, but got 4 women over there in the house with him. Man, you gotta be kidding. Marriage is not a flex. This goes back to the title of my video. Marriage is not a flex. This is insane, man. Oh my God, he is actually missing a whole tooth. You gotta be kidding me. Y'all wouldn't be out here this desperate. Like, are you kidding me? This gotta be a joke. So yes, I just feel like it is not the flex that it used to be. And it's really sad that a lot of women still think it is. You know, you got a lot of women still out here shaming single women, asking single women, where is your man? Where is your husband? I got a husband. What do you got? And then going back to the subject of 65% of women are not they're not having orgasms and stuff like that. It takes me back to this right here. It takes me back to this video. Hold up. Okay. Take a listen to this, guys.
I never have an orgasm. Never have an orgasm. I've been fake mourning, act like I comes, and it's not true. I've been married for 10 years now. I have 3 beautiful children. I have a great husband. He gives me everything I want. Beautiful, nice house, expensive car. Everything I want, he just gives me. And he always have my back. This man always have my back, and the inside, he's just unreal. It's like, damn, should I tell him? But telling him makes things worse, because the fact that he can change anything about his dick, he can make it bigger. It just want to hurt his feeling to know that it's been 10 years and his wife been lying, faking, and have a side man. What about if he finds out? What about if I lose him? I don't want to lose him, because in the inside, he's everything a woman wants. He's always there. He cook, he's clean. He has a great job, and he loves me. He put me first. I don't know what to do. I think my husband have the smallest dick in this whole wide world. The smallest dick. Like I said, I've been married for 10 years. I never have an orgasm. Never have an orgasm. I've been fake mourning, act like I comes, and it's not true. I've been married for 10 years now. I have 3 beautiful children. I have a great husband. He gives me everything I want. Beautiful, nice house, expensive car. Everything I want, he just gives me. And he always have my back. This man always have my back, and the inside, he's just unreal. It's like, damn, should I tell him? But telling him makes things worse, because the fact that he can change anything about his dick, he can make it bigger. It just want to hurt his feeling to know that it's been 10 years and his wife been.
So this woman she's actually admitting. Let me come back to the forefront. Oh, shout out to Bougie Barbie. Shout out to Bougie Barbie, my moderator. She said, I'm so glad I caught you on this one. Make this a long live, girl. Yes, and it is enough stuff to talk about to make it a long one. Oh my gosh, shout out to Bougie Barbie, most definitely. Yeah, and it's enough to make it a long one. Looking at all these key pointers, like this woman here, she says she has been married a little over 10 years. They have children and everything. She says she never had a orgasm like throughout the marriage and whatnot. Like, and then you'll have women like this that'll be at work or out and about, or either just around, just trying to, a lot of these women use their marriage as a badge of honor. So they walking around with this badge and waving the ring like I'm married, but baby, a lot of the stuff that y'all married women out here going through, your marriage is not a flex. So this is actually the third topic proving what I'm saying. And then you have the video that I just did. Let me pull that back up before I get off into the other one. Oh, I think I lost that tab. But yeah, the one about the man with the 4 wives, and he misses some of his side teeth. You know he can't afford them women. I big you up. If you're in a situation where everybody is approving of everything, everybody of age, and you got to work at 3, right? Okay. I ain't got no food. So I'm just looking at it like, if you're in a situation, everybody agreeing to everything, and y'all want to have a polyamorous relationship, that's y'all business. But this man look like he can't even afford to take care of those women. That's insane. And then you go back to the statistics of the article that the young lady made back in 2019, showing that 95% of men have orgasm when they having sex, but only 65% of women ever had 65% of women are not having orgasms. and y'all out here with 4 men to 1 dude, you know that them girls ain't over there being satisfied. They doing this for all the satisfaction of that man. Because you look, because it's a whole ball of dust. A whole ball of dust. Oh, hold on. And that gets me off into this situation that I want to share to y'all here. First, before I play that, I want to play this little piece of a video right here. And this young lady was just speaking on, how marriage really isn't a flex for a lot of women. I'm not talking about all, but I'm saying a big amount of them who try to present their marriage and wave their ring in front of single women like their marriage is flex when they really not. You're not flexing on anybody. Actually, a lot of y'all should be embarrassed for some of the situations that y'all in. You got married women out here who husband could be on the SA list. They on the list. And if y'all know when I say list, you know what I mean. Some of y'all husbands is on that list. It's some women out here, they have to get help to co-sign to get a car, or they got to have somebody co-sign for them to get an apartment because their husband just ain't bringing it in, or either he on that SO list and he can't even get on the lease. Listen to what this young lady said. And I'm going to play this. This from TikTok. Shout out to her. I found her name. I'll shout it out. But let me push play here. And hear what this young lady got to say.
Stop thinking you must not be married is an insult to other women when most of y'all are not married to quality men and you and your life is still dusty.
Yeah, I'm going to let that play one more time so y'all can really hear her. Yeah, she wasn't lying either. It's like it's just not a flex. And then I mean, I just feel like
marriage doesn't hold the same value the way that it used to.
Yo, fam, I don't mean no disrespect, but you.
Hold on, let me go back to this young lady. I don't know what happened with that situation. It looked like it went out. Okay, and then this is what I wanted to really get off into. I'm gonna stop sharing this for a second. I wanted to get off page response. Okay, yeah, it looked like some was. I don't know. I wanted to go live real quick because the internet over here in my area has been jumping off and jumping on. So y'all bear with me for a second. Let me go out here. Yeah, it looked like the internet's starting to trip. I really hate when that happens because it's like I only have a couple of days off from work and I really want to bring you guys videos. But let me see. I'm hoping the internet not finna go down because I really want to share this. I wanted you guys to listen to this one here. So I'm going to share this one instead of that one. But yeah, basically she was saying a lot of y'all women think y'all marriage a flex when really y'all be in whole dusty relationships and it's nothing to brag about. So when she said that, it put me in the mind of this video right here that I'm about to share. And shout out to, her name is Priscilla Boyd. You guys go and follow her. I ended up seeing this clip from her page. And she was like, oh, I promise on the best topics, the internet be hating. I promise it do. So yeah, let me get off into this because this is a good one right here. Okay, so that's the young lady who page it is. Y'all make sure y'all check out Priscilla Boyd. That's her name. Okay, so I'm gonna get off into this. You guys hit that like button when you come through.
What to do. If you've not already subscribed, please subscribe and let's get into the video.
Should married women hang out with single women?
No.
Great question. No?
Why not? Yeah, why not?
Because I got married 8 years ago, and a lot of my friends were single women. They played a big role in with my marriage feeling. They wanted me to be outside, Keita Beach, to the 2000s. And I want to be in the house cooking, cleaning. My friends is all like, "Oh, you acting funny. You can't come outside. You let could rule your life. But these are my friends that I had for 15 plus years. I'm caught in a bar because if you leave me tomorrow, my girl's gonna be the ones to hold me down. They're gonna be wiping my eyes with the tissue.
You with your boo though, isn't it?
I was
y'all
with
against the world.
Yes, but
So why did your friends even come up to that kind of a status?
I don't know.
Women don't support married women, huh?
Why should, and that's what I don't understand. You have a lot of women who do drift away from their single friends after they get married. And hey, you do whatever it takes to keep your marriage together. If you feel like separating from whoever to make your good marriage work, you go ahead and do that. But at the same time, if you're drifting away from us and you're kind of alienating us because you're now married, don't expect us to still be there for you hand and foot whenever you need us, but you're really not there for us because you're saying, I'm married now, I can't hang with my single friends anymore. We understand that. But don't think we're just going to be here for you when you're ready to come and pick us back up. Go and get your married friends and, y'all start a whole group of married women and y'all let single women support single women and let those married women be together and, do what they do. But listen to what this young lady said, because she made a lot of sense.
Why do you need our support? My suggestion is to go find you some married women, some other women that got them some husbands, and y'all support each other. Because I think what you're realizing now, a lot of married women is that us single women are not buying your lies anymore. All of y'all wanted to trap us into the same misery that you're in or make it seem like I got picked. And now we're realizing that a lot of your lives are hell because too many of y'all have married legacies of low achievement. And so now you don't get that admiration from Black women looking, I wish I had me a husband, because we know that a lot of your husbands are just a piece of shit and that you're unhappy and that you're carrying all of the weight and that you're married single mothers. And we don't desire to be you anymore. So you used to get this admiration from us.
What she just said, you're married single mothers. That's a whole nother show though. And I'm going to do a show about married single mothers too, because I know in our community, especially because I'm, not just, I don't have my ear to the streets of the other communities, just the Black community, because I'm in it. You always hear them say you need to marry before you carry. But what happens when you get in a whole relationship and your husband is caught up in other affairs outside of y'all marriage? And you're pretty much in the marriage by yourself, raising them kids by yourself. And like this young lady just said, you become a whole married single mother. So that's a whole nother show and a whole nother topic for another time that I'm going to do. And it's coming up. Probably end up doing it next week about married single mothers. Let's finish listening to what she said. This video got a lot of gems in it. Y'all pay attention.
And now we have a sense of pity for you. The other thing is that we can't be supportive because here's the deal. You can't tell us your secrets. And if you do tell us your secrets, we are probably going to say he ain't paying no bills. He ain't got no job. You work at the hospital and he drive Uber. And we probably might just say, you know what? He's using you. Or you're a hospice care. There are many things that we might say. And as soon as we say something about your husband, what's going to happen? You're going to go back to him.
I can tell you what's going to happen. I'm going to let you say it, but I'm going to just say when it comes to, you come to especially your single friends. You come to your single friends and you be like, girl, my husband ain't pulling his weight. Girl, I didn't caught him cheating on me again. So you coming to me telling me that your husband not financially holding you down the way he needs to, and he cheating on you, and bills coming up short, you around here borrowing money from this person, that person. Don't get me wrong, everybody fall on hard times and need help. But if you're a married woman and you're saying, oh, I only deal with married women because I don't deal with single women because I'm married. Some of y'all married women are better off being friends with a good single woman. That woman probably got the best advice for you. And most of the time, how these how these dusty marriages go. Some of y'all single friends, just being honest, not trying to talk down on you. Some of y'all single friends doing better financially than you. A lot of times y'all married women be needing money from y'all single friends. So for the most part, it's really a bad decision for some of y'all married women to stop fooling with y'all single friends, because they be the ones holding you down when you need it. At the end of the day, y'all talking about y'all don't want to deal with single friends because you married now. Okay, I get the point of that. But looking at it, some of these single women out here winning over y'all. Some of y'all be needing to borrow money from y'all single homegirls. Don't talk down on your single friends, because marriage ain't the flex it used to be, baby.
And tell him what we said, and then he gonna say she tried to sleep with me. Because that kind of brings me to the next point. A lot of us don't support you and fool with you is because your husbands are dogs. And I have a lot of friends, and people, you know, you can read your friends. And I have some friends that I can tell about their doggish husbands. And I have some friends that I'm like, they didn't already told me that he didn't cop to feel on somebody else and she didn't believe it. And so as soon as we get ready to take a picture, because it's usually when it happens, when we get ready to take a photograph as a group together, he will grab your friend's ass. Or he will go in the kitchen whenever you're going to go get a plate of food and he just happened to come in the kitchen and touch your hand and try to get eye contact. Or he's touching you up under the table. I mean, I've had some friends that have had husbands that were like ministers and everything else, and they try to hit on me. And what I do is I don't try to come between a man and his wife, because I know you pick me's. I know y'all gonna choose your husband over me. And why shouldn't you? You sleeping with him, right? And you're paying for everything for him, or you know, you're taking care of him, right? And you're building this, creating this image. So I would not dare tell you that when we got ready to take that picture, he grabbed my ass or he propositioned me. You know, you guys, I told a story about what happened with a friend, a lifelong friend's husband and wife, where the husband tried to hit on me. A lot of your friends, your husbands will try to hit on your friends. And that's one of the reasons we can't be supportive of you. And I guess probably that the other reason is what you need us for. Like, you got a man. When I think of supporting my friends, I think about friends that have to move, like my single women friends that they are getting ready to move, and you know, we all go over there and pack all night, and then you know, take our cars and help them to move. Or I think about my friend and her baby and her car breaking down on the side of the road and me sitting there waiting with her while we wait for AAA to come. I think of friends that need emergency babysitting. Well, y'all don't need that. Y'all got a man. You got a man and usually his mama. So you don't need that. So a lot of times that we're not supportive of you, because a lot of times y'all act like you don't need us. You want us to pretend that we believe the lie. You are realizing that we don't admire you because we know the secret now. We know that secret, that marriage is not this utopia happy thing that it is. And again, like, why do you need our support? What y'all need to do is go get your married friends. So that's what you need to do. Go get with your married friends so y'all can all sneak behind each other. You know, y'all can all talk to each other about going to marriage counseling and talk about him not having a job and talk about him cheating on you. Because if you tell it to your single friends, we're going to be like, leave him. And then you're going to get mad and accuse your single friends of trying to break up your marriage or trying to sleep with your husband. So that's the reason why that you don't really get any support from single women, because I guess your time of being the pick-me that we thought that we wanted to be is up.
Exactly.
Y'all know what I had a thought about?
That is so true. It's like the whole facade that a lot of the pick-me women who probably are married, the facade has fallen. The smoke and mirrors has cleared. And everyone see that your marriage, baby, it ain't all it's cracked up to be. And it was really hilarious when she just said, you can get with the other group of your married friends and you know, y'all could sleep with each other husband. She was like, well, y'all could listen to the lady vent about her husband and this and that. Because a lot of those groups where you say you're friends with nothing but married women, a lot of those married women are sleeping with you. Those are the ones who sleeping with your husbands. And most of the time, a lot of married people do go for other married people when they're cheating, because it's a less likely chance that they're going to get blasted. And that's why it is a lot of married people out here sleeping with other married people. So it's a lot of situations like that. And sometimes you have married couples who are friends with other married couples, and you have one person in the fold of friends that probably start cheating on their wife and they bringing the side chick around the other married people who they kicking it with. So you saying all you friends with is married people, that's not finna fix no problems. If anything, those gonna be the other married people that your mate sleeping with. So I completely understand what she was saying with that situation, because I have heard situations like that. And a lot of times it's amongst married people. Like married people who are Christians. The ones that go to church. They be the main ones.
Oh, and of course, I had to come to y'all with a message per usual. So it's about woman shaming. And I'm going to tell you what angle I'm coming from. A lot of, or some would say single woman shaming. Let's put that cap on it. And the reason why I felt like this was a very integral conversation to have is because I noticed that a lot of married women, and trust me, I was on both sides of the fence, so I can speak eloquently from this topic. A lot of married women have the audacity to make judgments, preconceived judgments about single women and their singleness, and making judgments like, oh, I wonder why this person isn't married, or these women aren't married. And they put so much emphasis on marriage.
Oh my God, I know women like that. Women who just sit in, they try to figure out why she ain't got a husband, why she ain't got a husband. Everybody don't want the same thing in life. Everybody don't want the same thing. Everybody don't center their lives around men. And most of the women who do, they end up miserable.
Like it's a flex in this day and age to be able to say that you have superiority over the next single woman because you have said marriage. But what I find very peculiar is in this climate that we live in, some of the most unhappy people are the ones that are married. Let's talk about it. And I know this is going to make some people uncomfortable, but I don't care. Because when I post from a space of realness, not a space of somebody's feelings. And I really feel like they sit and shame other women for their singleness, but they don't realize that they're within a marriage and they're unhappy. Stop speaking your mouth on the next queen, the next sister. She might have chose to be single because she might have been married and divorced and realized that that wasn't for her. She decided to wait to find the right person for her, the right helpmate for her.
Or some of those women actually never even been married. Some of the women probably have been in long relationships and realized marriage not for me. Some of them have actually been engaged and called the engagement off because they seen once you get engaged with somebody, take the situations that's going on in the engagement. If it ain't making you happy, call it off. Because when you get married, those problems are going to increase by 10 and 20. So a lot of women chose the single life.
I have someone who's afraid of marriage because they have generational curses that make them think that they're not able or worthy of being someone's wife. You have some women who don't know how to operate from the space of wife because they never seen it in their life. They never had a clear, dynamic example of what that truly looks like and how they should be. At any rate, we don't know someone's story. It's no different than when people baby shame someone for a woman not having a baby and not knowing the circumstances as to why. We should have the same sensitivity.
Exactly. That is so true. I just think people baby shaming women is insane, especially when it comes to the Black community. Baby shaming somebody, and you have a community of us over here with 70% of the women out here raising the kids all by themselves. I bet not, man, I swear to God, if I was ever around somebody shaming a Black woman for not having a baby, and it could be a situation that happens, some kind of traumatic situation happened to her where she's not able to carry or produce children, okay? So when you got a community of, and I just did the video, community of 70% of women out here raising kids by themselves, why would anybody in the Black community ever baby shame a woman for not having a baby? That right there is just unreal to me. And it shows you, especially when it comes to a lot of these Black men out here, if you're trying to shame a woman for not having a kid and y'all are the biggest percentage of absent fathers, that is insane. It's like you guys want women to be out here in destitute situations. That's why they making fun of the single, so-called quote-unquote cat ladies who out here single with no children and not married and whatnot. Y'all try to shame them because they haven't got in a situation where they got caught up with a Pookie, a Tyrone, or a Ray Ray, and they did not become a baby mama. Y'all shaming the women for not being baby mamas. But y'all, the first ones who talk down on baby mamas, make that make sense. Insane to me. That's a damn shame. No, y'all single women out here with no children, don't ever let nobody shame you for not having any children. That's the best decision for you. You do what's best for you. Because the numbers in our community ain't looking good. So you got 30%, only 30% of women out here have men in the house. Come on now. That's insane. I want y'all to make sure you tune into my video that I'm doing tomorrow about selective breeding and how I feel like it's the key to ending the single mother epidemic in our community. Because when you have a group that will never take accountability, and accountability on both ends, of course, because the 70% of the women are the ones raising the kids, so they are taking their accountability and responsibility in the situation. But when you have men who say it's not our fault that we're absent fathers, it's insane. And why would you ever let anybody make you feel bad for not choosing to be a single mama? Because I always tell anybody, if you plan on having kids, and this is how I think, if you plan on having kids, a woman should be prepared to be a single mother. It is sad to say, but there's a big percentage that you could, let's say, even if you are with the guy or you're married to him, anything could happen. Anything, he could have an accident on a job, no longer be here. Anything could happen. You always want to be prepared. Or that man could just, y'all could just maybe figure out one day that you don't want to be with each other anymore, and he moves on to the next relationship. Then you'll be a divorced single mother. Because a big percentage of the single homes, it's a good percentage in there where the women probably were married. Because after a marriage happens, and then you get divorced. I'm sorry, I need to say this. Hold on. Let me turn this off. So you got the situations where the woman did actually, she actually married before she carried and still ended up a single mother. That's why I say, if you decide to have children, what the heck? If you decide to have children, you should be prepared to, sometimes you just need to be prepared to, hey, what if something happened and I will have to be a single mother? At least if you're prepared, it won't hit you like up against the head, like somebody kick you in the head, like, damn, I'm a single mother, I didn't plan this. Like, no, you didn't plan it. But at least if you know the statistics, you're gonna know, hey, it's a 70% chance. 70% is a big number. It's a 70% chance if you're gonna have a baby with a man in the Black community that you're gonna end up a single mother. That's a big ass number. It ain't no small 5-10%. That's a huge number. And it's something else I wanted to get off into. Hold on. Let me go back here. People are quick to show hate. Why can't we put that much effort into loving each other? Oh, thank you so much. Why can't they put that effort into loving each other? Right, you didn't plan it, but you can plan for it. I know that's right. Yes, Barbie. You can't plan it, but you can plan for it. Because if it's 70% of people out here in your community that are raising kids by themselves, why not prepare for it? If you choose to have children, why not prepare for it? That's all I'm saying. Why not prepare for it? So I'm gonna show this, and I want to read this to y'all real quick. I didn't want to make this video too long, but most definitely let me show y'all this. This was a statistic that I had ended up pulling up, and it's about marriage and who lives longer, who lives healthier lives and whatnot. Okay, so let me make sure I'm sharing it first before I start reading it. Okay, so this study. Okay, so this is about. I think this is from Fortune magazine. They ended up coming up with this back in 2023. Okay, well, January, just a year ago. Okay, so this study, after study shows that married people eat better and are less likely to drink and smoke excessively. That's a lie. So it's showing they be starting out lying with this stuff, boy. All the people who I heard, oh, my wife had a DWI, my husband had a DWI. They took his license. He got to blow into a alcohol detector before he can even start up the car. Do you know how many stories I hear like that out here? Crazy. But anyway, let me finish on with this. Okay, so it said that married people are less likely to drink and smoke excessively. And it says all healthy behavior helps explain why married people tend to live longer. However, men married to women tend to see an additional longevity benefits than women married to men for several possible reasons. So it's saying here, she said, right, that's a lie from the 10th word. Thank you. It's such a big lie. Man, do you know how many alcoholics and drug addicts I know who are married? Boy, stop. So it's basically saying that it's saying here that the married men are out here living longer than the married women. Could it be because all the stress that the woman go through in their marriage? Could it be all the stuff that the woman take and just keep on moving? Oh, I'm gonna push through this. I'm gonna make my marriage work. That's what got these women out here dying before the man. It used to be, I mean, and this was, I would say maybe a good 20 years ago on back, women were living longer than men were. That's no longer the case. The married men are outliving the married women now. And it also says, let me see if I can find this. Okay, why are married men healthier than everyone else? Yeah, that married men are healthier than everybody else because those married men are draining the life energy force out of their wives. That's why. It's insane. The married men are draining y'all energy. Y'all ladies, y'all waving y'all rings around. This marriage ain't a flex no more. It ain't a flex no more. And everybody see it but you. But you know what? They see it too. They see it too. Listen to this. Hold on. You guys see it. I'm still sharing the screen. Okay, it says the research seems clear that even if marriage benefits both men and women, there is a more upside for men. Men derive greater health benefits from marriage than women. Married fathers receive an earning boost while the mother receives the penalty. Oh, wow. So it's saying that the men are receiving the boost while the women are receiving the penalty. Women are disproportionately likely to end the marriage. So it's saying that, so look at that statistic in itself. The woman is usually the one who initiates the marriage. So what does that show you? The woman initiate the marriage, but she the first one that initiate the divorce too. So that show you that woman pushed that man to get married because their marriage is a badge of honor that she can wave around. Most likely in other Black single women faces, because we're the only race who marries the least, but has the highest amount of being, a single mother. So of course, those women who are waving their marriage around in other women's faces, they're only doing it to Black women. It ain't working with the other races of women. So showing that they are the most who initiate the divorce, shows that they are the ones who probably are most unhappy in those marriages that they push the man to get. That's crazy. That's crazy. That is crazy right there. Looking at the percentage, the marriage statistics is insane, because I never really just read through it before. I know I've watched a few shows on the Queen Maker show where she went through some marriage statistics. It's really interesting when you start reading it. So this one, this statistic here says, how many marriages are actually happy? A recent study of the census data, a survey conducted in a mixed box of 3,000 Americans, has provided insight into how many people are married across the U.S. feel they are happy in their relationships. The study found that overall, 74% or 98 million Americans say they are happy. Okay, girl, you know, then why is the divorce rate so high then? It's 74%. A lot of people don't tell the truth when it comes to this. Do you think if the census come to y'all house and the husband and the wife there, and they send down talking saying, so are y'all happily married? I'm happy. Are you happy? Hell, I'm happy too if you're happy. Come on, this stuff is it would not be that big of percentage of divorces if everybody, 74% of people was happy. At what point do most marriages end? Are people happier after the divorce? How common are unhappy marriages? So let's read this one. Okay, it says, okay, now listen to these. Okay, y'all heard me just, hold up. Okay, y'all heard me just read out that lie that says 74% of people say they're happy in marriages. Listen to this. How common are unhappy marriages? In the U.S., nearly 40% of marriages end in divorce. Thank you. So this right here, Maury said Maury said it was a lie. Because how is 74%, or on the other hand, 98 million Americans are happily married? When you go down here and it says in the United States, 40% of marriages end in divorce, that don't sound right. 74%, that's the majority, baby. Then it says 40% of marriages end in divorce. So y'all, all I see is right here with this question that the census asks, y'all lying right here. But this is what the actual numbers on paper saying. 40% of these marriages are ending in divorce. Another 10 to 15% of couples separate. 10 to 15% of couples separate. Then you have 40% of marriages that end in divorce. That's close to over 50%. So then again, I go back to how is 74% of y'all happily married? Because this is what the census reported from March 31st, 2023. Then we go down here of August 15th, 2023. Dang, that's a short period of time from March, April, May, June, July, August. That's just 5 months. So you mean to tell me 5 months later, y'all came back with the percentage of saying over 50% of y'all end up divorced or separated? Come on, y'all out here lying. So that show you the big front that a lot of these married people are doing. So you have 4 or 5 months before everybody, 74% means mostly 74% out of 100 people say that they happily married. But August of 2015, which is not long ago, we're just, at the end of March of 24. So back in August, it's saying that over 50% of y'all are ending in divorce or y'all separated. So that shows you right there, you guys, the proof is in the pudding. A lot of these people out here who are married are fronting in their lying. Y'all lying to the census. Y'all fronting in front of y'all family, y'all coworkers, and y'all friends about so-called being quote unquote happily married. You ain't got a friend. Just live your life. And I think the delusion of the internet got a lot of people out here effed up. It really got y'all effed up in the mind. It's insane and it's really sad. Y'all gotta lie about being happily and unhappily married. And then it says that 10 to 15% of the couples separate and do not divorce. So a lot of people, 10 to 15% of the people who are married just end up separating. They just never divorce. I've seen a lot of situations like that. A lot of men and a lot of women who like, oh, I've been married, but I've been married for 10 years, but we've been separated for 8 years. Like, I mean, a lot of y'all be looking goofy in a lot of y'all situationships. It look goofy as hell, and y'all just don't realize it. Sometimes it takes you hearing another person actually say it. Sometimes it takes for you to hear another person speak on your situation before you realize, damn, this look goofy as hell. It's insane. So it's saying that 10 to 15% of y'all are getting divorced, getting separated, but never divorced. And another 7% or so stay together, but are chronically unhappy. Oh, wow. So a lot of people just choose to stay together, but they are very unhappy. That's crazy. That's crazy. Why are unhappy? Okay, so let me read this one right here. This is another marriage statistic. Who is usually happier after the divorce? Let's see, it says separating from a long-term partner, it's never easy. However, once the dust settles, the truth is that most women do report feeling happier after the divorce. And this was reported on March the 20th of 23, just a year ago. So it's actually saying that most of the women feel happier after the divorce. So what is that telling you? They were in a marriage with a man who's draining their ass. And I'm not just talking about, when I say drain, I'm not talking about he was taking the woman money or nothing like that. I'm not saying that. I'm talking about draining her forced energy. She's out here working. She going 50-50. She cleaning, she cooking, she taking care of these kids. She's taking the kids to activities. She's doing this, she doing that. She's spraying herself hella thin and she's not getting replenished. And that's how you get drained, when you got somebody take, but they not giving anything back to you. That's how you end up feeling drained. Let me make sure I check this, make sure I'm not leaving out anything that I want to talk about. So we talked about the married women, talking about the single women don't support them. Y'all stay over there with y'all married friends and let them support y'all. Since y'all like to say y'all don't like single women after you get married. That was insane to me. You got the woman that was talking about how her man don't satisfy her. She never had an orgasm. Then you got the man over here with the 4 wives. To sum it all up, like the title of my video say, marriages of today is just not the flex that it used to be. And I'm off today and I'm off tomorrow. Y'all make sure as a matter of fact, I'm going to drop the link of the video that I'm going to do tomorrow. And it's basically kind of like a part 2 follow-up of the video that I did about the single mothers versus absent fathers. So I'm going to do a follow-up of that video because I noticed it did get a few extra comments and it got a good amount of views. So I'm going to do a part 2 to that. So you guys most definitely don't want to miss it. You come and watch the playback. Go ahead and subscribe, hit that notification bell and that like button. Shout out to my moderator, Bougie Barbie, in the building. If you're able to come back later on, I most definitely will be going live. And I'm going to talk about a variety of things later on tonight. So you don't want to miss it. I'll be back. Signing out. Katie Talk 101.